Welcome to this channel. Today I will give you 10 chilling facts that can hunt you for some time. Let's go. 1. The whispering floors of Kyoto. In a temple in Kyoto, Japan, there are floors that sing, not from age or wind, but on purpose. These are called nightingale floors, and they were engineered centuries ago to chirp whenever someone walks on them. Samurai lords used them as a form of ancient security. No assassin could sneak through without triggering the high-pitched creak that sounds like birds. But here's where it gets eerie. Even when no one is walking, the sound sometimes returns a faint chirp down the hall, even in empty rooms. Some monks say the floor remembers the footsteps of those who once walked through, and some say it still warns of those who never left. 2. The Road of Death in Bolivia. There's a road in Bolivia so dangerous they just call it the Death Road. It winds along the side of the Andes Mountains, with sheer cliffs that drop thousands of feet. No guardrails. Fog rolls in so thick you can't see the car in front of you. Rain makes the path slick and narrow, and at any moment, wheel can slip, sending a vehicle tumbling into the abyss. Every year, dozens of people vanish off the edge, and sometimes travelers report hearing voices, whispers in the fog. Some believe it's just wind. Others claim it's the cries of those who never made it back up. 3. The corpse that sat up. A nurse in a hospital morgue was finishing her shift when something made her turn around. One of the bodies on the table, tagged, bagged, and pronounced dead, suddenly sat upright. Just like that. Then it fell back again, lifeless. Later, she was told this was a rare post-mortem reflex, caused by gas buildup or nerve firing. But the look on the nurse's face said otherwise. She never came back after that night. And she's not the only one. Stories of the dead twitching, jerking, even making sounds are far more common than people realize. Medical textbooks call it natural, but anyone who's witnessed it knows it feels anything but. 4. The Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, 9 hikers set out across the snowy Ural Mountains in Russia. None of them returned. When rescuers found their campsite, the hikers' tent had been slashed open from the inside. Their bodies were discovered scattered in the snow, half-dressed, some barefoot, some with crushed skulls and broken ribs. One had her tongue missing. There were no signs of struggle, no avalanche, no explanation that made sense. Soviet investigators closed the case with vague references to a compelling natural force. Decades later, people still speculate: secret weapons tests, Yeti attacks, or even something not of this world. But no one really knows. The place is now called Dyatlov Pass, and no one dares camp there anymore. 5. The hum that never stops. In a small town called Taos in New Mexico, people started reporting a strange low-frequency hum. It's not loud, just a constant, faint buzz, almost like an engine idling in the distance. But here's the thing. No one can locate the source. No machine is running. No underground facility exists. The hum isn't even picked up by microphones. Only certain people can hear it, and once they do, they can't unhear it. It disrupts their sleep, makes them anxious, even sick. Some residents moved away just to escape it. Scientists have studied it for years and still can't explain what it is, why it's there, or why only some people hear it. It's like the earth is whispering, but only to a chosen few. 6. The tomb that kills. Deep beneath the streets of Rome, a construction team broke into an ancient tomb sealed with lead and heavy stone. Inside, they found Latin inscriptions warning them not to enter, that disturbing the dead would bring misfortune. But the team went in anyway. Within a week, 3 of them were dead. One from a sudden heart attack, another collapsed in the street. The third died in his sleep, no known cause. The rest of the crew quit the project, and the tomb was sealed again. No one has dared open it since. Some say it was mold or gas. Others believe the tomb kept its promise. 7. The lake that turns animals to stone. Lake Natron in Tanzania looks beautiful from a distance. Its red-tinted waters shimmer under the African sun. But get closer, and you'll find something terrifying. The lake is so alkaline, with such high temperatures and toxic minerals, that animals who fall into it are calcified, turned to stone. Birds that fly too low are caught by the heat and chemicals. Their bodies are preserved in perfect, ghastly poses, wings stretched, beaks open, frozen in death. A photographer once documented them, untouched, as if they'd turned to statues the moment they hit the water. Nature made a lake that doesn't just kill, it embalms. 8. The mattress secret. A couple checked into a budget hotel room in Las Vegas and complained about the smell. Something sour, like rot. Housekeeping sprayed air freshener and left. The next morning, the stench was even worse. Finally, someone looked under the mattress. Wedged inside the frame beneath the box spring was a dead body decomposing for days. The couple had slept on top of it the whole night. What's worse, the hotel had rented the room out several times before the discovery. No one noticed, or at least, no one said anything. The killer was never caught, and the mattress? Probably replaced, but who knows how many others hold the same secret. 9. The mirror that wasn't empty. A woman bought an antique mirror at a flea market, ornate, gold-framed, dusty but charming. She hung it in her bedroom and immediately started feeling uneasy. She'd catch glimpses of movement in the glass, not reflections, movements. Shadows passing behind her, though no one else was home. At night, she'd wake up facing the mirror, even though she never fell asleep that way. One morning, she found a handprint on the inside of the glass. She tried to clean it. It wouldn't wipe off. Finally, she removed the mirror and put it in the garage. The nightmares stopped. But when she went to check it a few weeks later, it was cracked from the inside. 10. The mind after death. We used to believe that when your heart stops, that's it. Game over. But science now says your brain keeps going for several minutes after death. In those moments, your mind may still be aware. You may hear the voices of the doctors. You may know you're dead but be unable to move, speak, or respond. This is called cognitive persistence. Some people who've been revived describe watching their own resuscitation, floating above their body, hearing conversations that were later verified. Others say it was just blackness, but they knew it was blackness. Death isn't an instant cut. It's a fade, a terrifying conscious fade.